Volkswagens don't last. That's what they say, that they're overcomplicated, expensive to fix, built to break after 100,000 miles. But what if we told you that's not true? What if your Volkswagen could hit 300,000 miles and still want more? Because we've seen it happen. Not once, not twice, many times. But here's the catch. Most of the VWs that make it that far aren't lucky. They're just cared for the right way. No guesswork, no last-minute panic repairs. Just clear, consistent maintenance. Done right, done early. Most of the damage we see in the shop doesn't come from bad parts. It comes from missed chances. Letting coolant sit too long, ignoring the timing chain until it rattles, swapping in almost compatible fluids and hoping for the best. Your Volkswagen is not fragile, it's just honest. Treat it right, and it'll reward you with years of solid, satisfying miles. That's what we're here for. We've gathered 12 real-world habits from inside the workshop, stuff you can do yourself, or at least understand well enough to ask the right questions. This isn't theory, this is survival. So if you care about driving smarter, spending less, and keeping your VW alive for the long haul, subscribe to this Auto Diaries right now. Because what you're about to learn might save your car, might save your wallet, maybe both. Let's get into it. And we'll start with the one thing that kills more VW engines than anything else. No, it's not the timing chain, but it's close. Change your oil, but check your timing chain too. Ever hear that metallic ticking when you start your VW on a cold morning? That's not just age. That's your engine warning you, and you better listen. Most VW owners think oil changes are just about keeping the engine clean. But with these engines, oil does something far more critical. It controls the tension in your timing chain. And if the oil breaks down, so does that control. Timing chain guides are plastic. The tensioners are hydraulic. Dirty or old oil means those tensioners don't pressurize fast enough. The result? The chain slaps. The guides wear. The timing goes off. One skipped oil change can turn into a $2,000 repair. We've seen chains jump teeth at highway speeds just because someone waited too long between changes. So what do? Change your oil every 5,000 miles, not 10. Use VW 502.00 spec or better. And if your VW is burning oil, top it off. Never let it run low. Ever. And one more thing. If you hear that cold start rattle, it's already too late. Think of oil changes as timing chain insurance. You're not just protecting your engine, you're holding your timing together. Don't ignore the coolant. Your VW's coolant isn't just there to keep things cool. It's doing a lot more than that. It's protecting the entire engine from corrosion, scaling, and chemical wear, but only if it's the right type. Volkswagens don't tolerate generic green or universal blue. They need G12, G13, or nothing. Here's why. These engines use a lot of aluminum, heads, radiators, heater cores. The wrong coolant creates chemical reactions that eat metal from the inside. You won't notice anything at first. Then your heater stops working, or your water pump starts leaking, or worse, the head gasket begins to fail. So here's what we tell every customer. Flush the coolant every 5 years or 50,000 miles. No exceptions. If you bought the car used and don't know what's inside, replace it now. The wrong coolant is slow poison for your engine. It doesn't just cause heat issues. It silently destroys the parts you can't see. And when they go, the repair isn't cheap. So take this seriously. Coolant is chemistry. Use the wrong formula and you'll pay for it. DSG service, the clutch you forgot. You ever feel a little hesitation when you pull away from a stoplight? Like the car is thinking before it moves? That's not your imagination. That's your DSG transmission asking for help. Volkswagen's direct shift gearbox is brilliant when it's maintained, but ignored, it'll punish you hard. Inside that sleek dual clutch unit are wet clutches and mechatronics that rely on clean fluid to function. And here's what most people don't know. That fluid needs to be changed every 40,000 miles, not 60. Not whenever you feel like it, every 40,000. Why? Because the clutches wear, the fluid heats up, and the mechatronic unit gets sluggish. Old fluid thickens, holds debris, and throws off pressure control. Miss the service and you'll feel jerks, hesitation, or worse, total failure. And no, replacing a DSG isn't cheap. You're looking at $4 grand easy. But here's the good news. The service is straightforward. Drain, filter, refill. You can do it at home with basic tools and the right fluid. Don't let the name fool you. Your DSG is a clutch system, and like any clutch, it needs care, or it won't last. Fuel trims and O2 sensors, the silent killers. Your engine sounds fine, no codes, no warning lights. So everything's working, right? Not always. Fuel trims are the silent language your ECU speaks when something's off. And if you don't understand what they're saying, you'll miss the damage until it's too late. Here's how it works. Your oxygen sensors monitor the exhaust gases and tell the ECU if the fuel air mix is right. If not, the ECU adjusts. That's fuel trimming. A little correction is normal. A lot means something's wrong. Vacuum leaks, dirty MAF sensors, clogged injectors, they all mess with the mix. And when the system overcorrects for too long, the engine wears down fast. Burnt valves, carbon buildup, even catalytic converter damage. You won't feel it until the performance drops or the check engine light finally blinks. But by then, the bill is big. So what do? Scan your car every 10,000 miles, even without codes. Check your short and long-term trims. If they're over 10%, dig deeper. Healthy fuel trims mean a healthy engine. Ignore them and you're driving blind. PCV valve, why small parts matter. It's a $30 part. Tucked away, forgotten, until it fails. And when it does, the damage snowballs fast. The PCV valve regulates crankcase pressure and reroutes blow-by gases back into the intake. But when it sticks or tears, pressure builds. Oil leaks start, idle goes rough, vacuum lines collapse. On turbo models, it gets even worse. Boost leaks, hesitation, smoke out the tailpipe. And if it's bad enough, it'll take out your rear main seal. That's an engine out job. Thousands, all because of one neglected part. So here's the deal. Replace the PCV valve every 60,000 miles or sooner if you hear whistling, smell fuel, or notice a rough idle. And don't cheap out. Use an OEM or trusted aftermarket brand. The PCV system keeps your engine breathing right. Let it fail and the whole system chokes. Timing belt versus chain, know what you have. Not all Volkswagens have timing chains. And that's where many owners get it wrong. Assume you've got a chain when it's really a belt and you're gambling with your entire engine. Timing belts don't last forever. They're made of reinforced rubber. They crack, they stretch, and if they snap, you're done. On interference engines, broken belts mean bent valves, piston damage, sometimes a full rebuild. So what do? First, check your engine code and find out what you actually have. Don't rely on assumptions or form hearsay. If it's a belt, replace it every 60,000 to 90,000 miles, depending on your model. And do the water pump and tensioners at the same time. It's one job. Get it done right. Now, if you've got a chain, don't relax. Chains need clean oil and can still stretch or rattle. Either way, this isn't a set and forget component. Know what's under your hood, because guessing could cost you an engine. Spark plugs and coils, don't mix brands. It starts with a misfire, a little hesitation, a blinking check engine light, and then you look under the hood and realize someone's been mixing and matching parts like a science project. Volkswagens are picky when it comes to ignition, especially turbo models. Use the wrong spark plugs or off-brand coils and the car won't just run rough. It'll start throwing codes, overheating coils, and maybe even damaging your catalytic converter. The ECU expects specific resistance values, specific gap settings, specific heat ranges. Mix them up and the system can't compensate. So here's what to do. Use the exact part number listed for your engine, not just OEM equivalent, the real thing. And if one coil goes bad, replace all 4 or all 6. Otherwise, the weak ones stress the good ones, and the cycle repeats. Spark is everything in a direct injection. VW, don't cut corners. Don't play mix and match. Keep it consistent, and your engine will thank you. Watch your water pump. Water pumps on Volkswagens are infamous, not because they don't work, but because when they fail, they do it quietly, until suddenly they don't. And then it's overheating, coolant everywhere, and a long walk home. Most VW pumps are driven by the timing belt or the accessory belt, and many are made with plastic impellers. Over time, those impellers crack or spin loose. You won't see it, you might not even hear it, but your engine temperature will start creeping up, or your heater stops blowing warm, or you'll spot dried coolant crusts near the housing. These are your signs. Change the water pump every 60,000 to 90,000 miles, especially if it's belt-driven, and always use a quality replacement with a metal impeller if available. It's a small upgrade that adds serious peace of mind, and whatever you do, don't wait for it to fail. Water pumps don't give second chances. Transmission mounts, the overlooked stress point. You slam the gas, the engine lurches, something shifts, clunks, or just feels off. Most people blame the transmission, but the real problem? It's often the mount. Hidden between your drivetrain and the chassis, your transmission mount is what absorbs the shock every time you accelerate, decelerate, or shift. And when it wears out, your whole car starts feeling like it's falling apart. You'll get vibration in the cabin, sloppy gear changes, even extra stress on CV joints and exhaust components. We've seen cracked manifolds just from bad mounts. But here's the kicker. Most mechanics don't check it unless you complain. And most drivers never even think to. VW mounts are hydraulic. They collapse from inside. So by the time you see the rubber split, it's already been sagging for months. The fix? Inspect your mounts every 60,000 miles. Replace them at the first sign of play or fluid leak. And don't go cheap. Budget mounts fail fast and bring the problem right back. If your car feels like it's twisting every time you hit the throttle, this is where you start. Because if the mount goes soft, the rest of the drivetrain pays the price. Brake fluid isn't forever. You trust your brakes every single time you drive. But when's the last time you thought about the fluid inside them? For most drivers, the answer is never. But here's the truth. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. That means it absorbs water over time, and once it does, your braking power starts to fade. Slowly, silently, until one day it doesn't stop the way it should. Old fluid lowers the boiling point, corrodes internal parts, and wrecks expensive components like ABS modules and calipers. And if you live in a humid climate, it happens even faster. So what's the plan? Flush your brake fluid every 3 years, no exceptions. Not just topping it off, a full flush. Clear out the moisture, clean the system, and restore the pressure. You'll feel the difference in pedal response. You'll avoid costly repairs, and most importantly, you'll stop when you need to. Every single time. Because in an emergency, it's not your pads or rotors that save you. It's the fluid making the pressure. And if that fluid is tired, so are your brakes. Battery maintenance. It's just a battery, right? Not in a modern Volkswagen. That 12-volt unit powers everything from ignition to electronics. When it gets weak, things get weird. Flickering lights, random codes, even no starts. Most VW batteries last 4 to 6 years, but signs of trouble show up much earlier. Slow cranks, dim lights, corrosion on the terminals. Don't wait for the click. Test your battery once a year after year 3, and when it's time to replace, use the correct group size and specs. A $200 battery now saves you from a $500 tow later. Take care of it and it'll quietly take care of you. Only use VW spec parts. Looks the same, fits the same, half the price. But in a VW, close enough usually isn't. We've seen bad sensors, failing coils, and noisy timing kits, all from off-brand parts. Your engine runs on precision. Tolerances, voltages, materials, they matter. VW spec parts are made to match your exact setup. They cost more but save you from misfires, leaks, and chasing weird codes. So don't guess. Use the right part number every time. Your car will run better, longer, and smoother. Because precision cars need precise parts. No compromises. You made it to the end. And now you know what most VW owners never do. Your Volkswagen isn't fragile. It's just picky. It doesn't need magic. It needs method. The right parts, the right habits. Done early, done right. Give it care and it'll give you miles. Hundreds of thousands of them. And if this video helped you see your car differently, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to Das Auto Diaries, and drop us a comment. Tell us what worked for you, what didn't, or what you'd add to this list. We're building a garage of real knowledge and you're part of it. Because this isn't just another how-to channel. This is where we tell the stories your engine wants you to hear.